trading 1 millimeter of height for 300 yen. It sounds like a terrible deal, but Nobita managed to exploit a loophole in it. One day, Nobita accidentally summoned a devil and received a devil card. All he had to do was give it a shake, and 300 yen would pop out. At first, Nobita was thrilled, but he quickly realized it wouldn't be that simple. He had seen on TV that making deals with the devil always cost you your soul. The devil scoffed, saying that trope was outdated. In the 22nd century, the standard trade is height. Just a tiny bit of height could be exchanged for 300 yen. Eventually, tempted by the devil's smooth talk and free gifts, Nobita decided he would use it just a few times and then stop. After all, losing a few millimeters wouldn't really matter. Before leaving, the devil made sure to remind him that every night at midnight, his height would be automatically deducted based on how much he used that day. After the devil left, Nobita gave it a gentle shake, and sure enough, 300 yen fell out. Clutching the money, Nobita happily ran off to buy comic books. When Doraemon got home and saw Nobita's new comics, he was curious about where they came from. Nobita, however, acted guilty. Watching Nobita walk away, Doraemon felt something was fishy. Lying in bed that night, Nobita was extremely anxious. But the next day, he found his height hadn't changed much, so he figured losing a few millimeters was harmless. He immediately realized he was thinking too small. Even using a whole centimeter wouldn't be noticeable. So he made another trade. 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. Multiplied by 300, that totaled 3,000 yen. Just then, Doraemon woke up, giving Nobita a fright. He hurriedly hid the money, and luckily, Doraemon didn't spot it. With so much money in hand, Nobita was over the moon. He invited Shizuka to the bookstore. Nobita ended up buying a huge stack of comics, making Shizuka very envious. Unfortunately, John and Sunio saw this, and the two forced Nobita to buy skateboards to lend to them. To avoid a beating, Nobita had no choice but to comply. Night came again. The comics cost 1 centimeter, plus the 2 skateboards. Nobita couldn't bear to think about the total. The next day, he just stopped caring. If he couldn't see a difference in the mirror, it proved he hadn't gotten shorter. But once he finished getting dressed, he was stunned. During the meal, Mom mentioned that he looked smaller somehow. Nobita could only force a smile, and laugh it off as her imagination. After the meal, he went out for a walk, only to be cornered by John. That jerk John had broken a window while skateboarding, and had the nerve to make Nobita pay for it, because the skateboard technically belonged to Nobita. Then Sunio came over, with the exact same excuse, demanding Nobita pay up. But he had smashed a vase worth 100,000 yen. Hearing such a huge sum, Nobita fainted on the spot. Now Nobita was in too deep. He had no choice but to desperately shake the devil card. His dad saw this happening, and assumed it was one of Doraemon's gadgets. After getting the money ready, Nobita was filled with regret. He threw the card on the floor, deciding never to use it again. But while he was out paying for the damages, Dad picked up the devil card. That evening, when Nobita got home, he heard a familiar sound the moment he walked in. Nobita completely broke down, and found Doraemon to confess everything. Doraemon was furious, naturally, and demanded to see the devil card. He saw the amount displayed was 400,000 yen. Converted to height, that was about 130 centimeters. Considering Nobita was only 1.4 meters tall, he would be left with just 10 centimeters after midnight. What were they going to do? Nobita instantly burst into tears. Doraemon summoned the devil to try and negotiate returning the money, but he was refused. Doraemon had to come up with another plan. Night fell quickly. There were only 10 minutes left until midnight. As soon as the clock hands met, Nobita began to shrink, just as expected. Except the current Nobita looked extremely tall. It turned out he had used the magnifying light in advance. After deducting the 130 centimeters traded with the devil, Nobita returned to his original height. With the crisis averted, Doraemon wanted to destroy the dangerous card, but Nobita snatched it back. He figured since they had the magnifying light, why not continue to exploit the system for free money? If you had this devil card, how much money would you trade 1 millimeter of your height for?